momentarily, and we're live. How fun is that? This is the best part of every live stream. The 30 seconds before anyone says anything, and I wonder, this is all just me screaming into the void. I mean, I guess on some level, everything I do is just screaming into the void, right? Who's really there listening? I was yeah, of course it's you three. You're the ones who are listening. Hell yeah. Hello, folks. How's it going? Happy Saturday. It's Saturday. I knew that it was Saturday. You want to see something fun that I realized and I'm really irritated about? It's what the thumbnail is actually relating to. You what? I want to see it. I can do it in the air. I just can't do it on a fucking table. It's kind of awkward when I'm like that, but whatever. So, I'm really irritated. So, when I decided to do that whole little gimmick, when I decided to do my whole little gimmick, I had a few different thoughts about how I would do it. Originally, the original conceit was I am going to. Yeah, it is supposed to be harder on the earth. That's why it makes no fucking sense that I can just like do it that way and I can't fucking. Whoa. That color changed real hard. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So the original concept was I am going to because it's not incandescent. Hold on, I'm gonna disconnect for just a sec. Disconnect the camera. Ugh. Even worse, it was on fucking it was on auto mode. Fuck that. Okay. I'm not gonna deal with it. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh right, why I did my dumb little thing. So I I just had the idea because it was relevant, right? Like I've been thinking about it recently. The fact that I historically cannot do a bridge, and it's something that bothers me, and it's something I would like to be able to do. And so I was like, what might be kind of fun? Like, let's do a whole fucking, like, let's do a big to do about it. And the way it'll work is, I'll do this like whole big lead up with like a bunch of, footage of me doing whatever. And then like, I'm going to fuck up and that'll be funny because it'll be like, wow, all of this setup for fucking nothing. Like I thought that would be funny. I think it is funny. I don't know if anyone else agrees, but I thought it was funny. So, but the original plan was basically I would do it until I got one, and I would have asides written, but I would only let myself like do the asides if I had successfully um done a bridge. And so unless that happened, like I could have had to go the whole way without doing an aside, or maybe I would have gotten it earlier, and I don't know. But as I was writing it, I realized that it didn't make sense to do the asides. And so I just wrote it the way I did. And also, like, once I decided, okay, I'm doing this side angle, or I have to shoot it in 4:3, and like the whole thing, I just decided, now we're just going to do it this way, because that ultimately makes the most sense. So yeah, that was the thing. I think it's fun. I also knew very few people would watch it, so I was like, I may as well make it fun for the people who decide to. Um, you know, the uh, I only, I think I only had to do it a few times. Actually, one of the fuck ups, um, I nailed it on the first one. I was so fucking irritated. Like, it was like one of the only like three that I did like legitimately like nailed it in the entire time I was going. I I just, was like, I can't do a bridge. And then I fucking did. And I was so mad. Because it was like, because of how I was shooting it and like where I was sitting, like the whole thing, like it was not like a comfortable setup. It was really annoying. And so I was glad that um glad that I was able to get it, and that the the opening minute like worked out. Getting the overhead shot was really annoying. Like, there was a lot of aspects of it that was just really annoying to do, but whatever, it worked. um I spent like 4 minutes, you know um LMAO. I spent like 4 minutes figuring out that like shirtless angle, and like how I want to do that, or if I should do that. I was like, oh no, the people in my live stream are going to accuse me of thirst trapping. And then I showed the shot to someone. She's like, you look like you just came off the set of The Machinist. No one is going to think that's sexy. And I was like, that's fair. Uh, so yeah. But if you're a patron, which one of you are, I'm gonna like show some of the stuff that got cut, which should be fun. The way this color keeps changing is really fucking infuriating to me, but I can't deal with it. There's just nothing I can do. But when I move, actually, it's going to be great, because once I've moved, I'm gonna have way better internet, so I can like do these properly, which I'm looking forward to. Um, I can like run it through OBS and shit. Um, and then I can like actually control my camera instead of having to turn everything on auto. That'll be nice. The other reason I decided I had to do like a set sort of thing is because the strip lights have already been taken down. So like and those really make the back of the image look more interesting. And I was like, those are already gone. So the last video that I'm doing, which will be at the end of next week, I'm going to do like a hot take of the Snyder Cut, which is going to be called "The Snyder Cut Is Not Worth It." I haven't seen it, obviously, but there's no way that it's like, there's no way that what it represents is going to be worth it. So I can just like say that with the utmost confidence that is what I'm going to call this thing. And but that's going to be done on the couch, sort of like how I did my Sonic hot take. That got downvoted by a bunch of people. Snyder Cut comes out on Thursday, so I'm going to watch it Thursday night, and my hope is to just like write real fast, just like, and like literally do sort of a hot take thing, not like a super, cogent like argument, but just like, boom, let's talk about the Snyder Cut. whatever, get that out. And that's going to be from the couch. And that will be the last video that I shoot in this apartment before I move away forever, which will be exciting. My life is you're super excited for the Snyder Cut. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I am not excited, but I'm curious. Oh, by the way, Willow. So on my Saint Maud TikTok, I came very close to tagging you in it and saying sorry, I didn't hate it. But I did have to tell someone that they probably shouldn't watch it, or at least warn them that they might not want to watch it earlier today, because of a 15-second sequence that does not need to be in that movie, does not benefit it in any way, and in fact will be the reason for a number of people should not watch it. Alec J. Kim. Don't write a conclusion. You may have noticed that a lot of my reviews don't really have conclusions. Eventually, I just make some sort of weird comment and then I give a score. That's part of the benefit of giving a score, is it's just it just serves as a conclusion. It's it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't really matter that my argument doesn't close in a coherent way, because I am making a final statement, which is this score out of 10. So that's how you finish quickly. That's I don't know that that's a helpful way to write quickly in and of itself, but it's a I mean, you could just this is actually something I learned from editing, from writing for not YouTube, is that usually the conclusions that I write aren't necessary, or not usually, but oftentimes and frequently, I would write more. I would write extra shit, and then my editor would just be he just cut out the last two paragraphs, and it's oh, you know what? That's actually a better ending. So, I think what it really is that your endings don't always. Your conclusion does not need to be as definitive as you think it does. You don't need to. That's my suggestion. Is sometimes you can just let it end, even if it doesn't feel done to you. Judas and the Black Messiah is worth money. So, yeah. So yeah, that's my that's my very useful tip. Feel free to Venmo me as out of gratitude. Actually, no, just send me the picture, because I want to see that. That will make you the third person to have drawn me, and that's exciting because 3 is a good. I have more. It's in the bedroom. No, that's fine. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to illegally acquire the Snyder Cut, but a lot of people are definitely going to watch it that way. I have HBO Max, so there's no reason for me to not see it that way. But I will, also it'll be in Dolby Vision and everything, I'm sure. I mean, it depends on how good it is, right? It's fine if you just send me a picture, but if it's super high quality, I would probably want a higher quality version of it also. Damn straight will. You can. I mean, we know that Phil. Do you know how to get things? Because if you don't, Willow can hook you up, right? One of the youth. Okay, yeah. Then a picture of it would be fine, I assume. Um, that is very true. So I was listening to the other beats that I bought earlier, trying to decide like what my next thing should be about, and I was like, oh, should I just do like an anti-America rant? Um, you know, should just like talk about how terrible this country is, even if things are better than they were. I don't know if that's actually what I'm going to do, but it might be. This water is warm. Yeah, I have cold water over there on this side of the camera. Dope. That's exciting. Yeah, no, it's an interesting time to be alive, right? Like, you know, Joseph R. Biden has said that as of May 1st, there will be enough supply of the COVID-19 vaccines such that every, US adult should be able to, get an appointment, even if they can't actually, get vaccinated on May 1st, that everyone should be vaccinated by May 31st, which is pretty fucking cool. And it means I might actually be able to do my trip at the end of the year, which would be very exciting if I could do that because I sure do want to. Um, you know, um, but yeah, that's exciting. And then, I mean, I don't know. I've been, working on the move stuff. Hell yeah. Is well, why 60? Does that have to do with COVID restrictions or just 2 months before you figure out some aspect of it? I I spent one stimulus check, right? So, I mean, if I'm vaccinated, um, there really is no good reason that I. Nice. It's exciting. I'm excited on your behalf, as someone who will probably never get a tattoo. Um, but yeah, I'm assuming I get vaccinated. I mean, there's really no good reason for me to not be able to travel, but um, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? I'm putting away. I'm like keeping money to the side for it because it's like assuming I get to do it's gonna be like a big trip and probably expensive. So I'm just like leaving money in an account that I like have to pretend doesn't exist. Um, we'll see. A month is a long time. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Really? Oof. That's awful. Um, I mean, how are vaccinations going in other countries? Because all y'all, except for Mike, are in other countries. Like who has? Because I know Willow's been vaccinated. Um, like how's the UK? How's Brazil? Germany? Really? Well, that's interesting. Um, are you Colombian? I thought you were Colombian, but like lived in the U.S. Am I wrong about that? Like I could have sworn you were in Florida. Um, I apologize. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Damn straight. Um, okay. Good. Yeah. I was. See, I know what's up. Um, that's too bad. I mean, I guess hopefully once America has like gotten it out of their system, they start helping other places because you know, I mean, it's not great that America is being prioritized, though. I guess they're American companies, so this is where they go. But it also does benefit me personally. So, um, someone sent me a message. Accept. Oh, damn. Look at those fucking eyelashes. Look at those fucking eyelashes. That's great. I I want a scan of that. I changed my mind. Um, oh, nice. So Liam, you're the only one who's like having a really good, really good experience. Um, yeah, no, that's really fucking good, fam. Like, thank you. Um, I um definitely don't look like Anthony Jeselnik in this picture. Um, Anthony Jeselnik is great. Um, oh, that's intense. But I mean, at least it happened. Yeah, my dad has been vaccinated. Um, my grandmother's been vaccinated. I assume my grandfather's been vaccinated. I mean, I'm like burying the lead here. Like, I literally got vaccinated 2 hours ago. Um, I wasn't sure if I was going to mention that. Um, like, I obviously, I could have like made the thumbnail like the picture of my card and been like a dick about it. Um, but I'll do that after the second shot. I just got the first shot today. Because here's the thing. And I might have mentioned this before, I have virally induced asthma. It has not been a problem really in a while. Like it flares up every so often. But like it's virally induced. So like it's when I'm sick that it's like, oh, by the way, also you have this lung disease. And so I have been scared for a year that like, oh, I'm actually more or less healthy, but if I were to get sick, it would be so much worse because of the asthma. Um, and so I ultimately just I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's get it, and I did. Um, so that's so in 5 weeks I get my second shot, and then and then my next live stream after that, I'll be like, look at me, I'm totally vaccinated. You can cough on me and it's fine. I'm not going to phrase it like that. I'd be very upset if most of you coughed on me. Um, yeah, I'm going to stand by that statement. Um, I don't know that I'd actually, frankly, you know, I like most of you well enough that if you were to like, I mean, I guess if you were to like go up to me and like cough in my face, I'd be like, really? You gotta be like that. But like if you just like coughed in my general direction, I'd probably forgive most of you, at least. All the ones who've talked so far. I mean, there's other people here, not everyone. Well, fingers crossed, Liam. That's good. I'm glad that you'll be able to you'll be able to do that. I got dinner with my friend the other night, and she has been back. She's gotten both of her shots, um, and it was like, oh my god, I can hug her again, and like just like not worry about it, because she's a she works in education. Um, I mean, the odd one out is like, there's like what, 7 people talking? The 4 people. Yeah, Willow, when do you get to do that? Um, because there's like 12 weeks between your first and second shots, right? Or something like that, 11 or 12. I wanted to get the Johnson and Johnson one, but there's just none of those available. So, oh well. Laura Less, who is the singer of 100 Gex, or the female vocalist in 100 Gex, um, released a song called Haunted, and it's been my jam all day. And it's one of those songs where, like, the first time I heard it, I was like, this is kind of abrasive. And then I was like halfway through, and I was like, actually, this is fantastic. It's kind of like how I felt about Scarlord's Heart Attack, which was like the first trap metal song. Um, oh, interesting. So many rules. So stressful. Trying to remember all the rules. Um, but it's interesting. It's interesting how fast New York is starting to turn things around. Like, movie theaters opened up. Uh, I appreciate you coming, Mike. Take care. Stay safe and healthy. Um, you're not. Oh shit, you're not even eligible for the vaccine. I just realized. Weirdo. Okay. Take care. Um, so, um, health issues. Um, so I use Premiere Pro. I subscribe to the Creative Suite. Um, I really just use Photoshop, and Premiere. I used to use After Effects for like a single effect in every single one of my videos, and then I stopped needing that. Though I have it, and then I use InDesign for very specific purposes, and I use Audition rarely. Um, I don't like editing my videos. I do enjoy editing. Hmm. I like the second half of editing. The first half where you're like, so whenever I've edited one of my short films, um, I have tended to just like watch takes until I found one I liked. Like, I wouldn't watch all of them. Like, I would basically watch the last one, and then I would go back until I found one that's like, oh, this is the one I want to use. And then I would just use that one. And it's like, maybe I gave it, maybe there's a better performance in another one, but I just like don't enjoy the process of like working through all the footage and like, whatever. Um yeah, InDesign is very cool. Um that's me. A famous inter oh, so fun fact. So usually I get about 1,200, 1,200, a thousand, between 800 and 1,200 views a day on my YouTube channel, the youtube.com/the week I review. Every once in a while, something will happen and there'll be a spike. And yesterday there was a spike. And so instead of getting 24, instead of getting 2,400 real-time views yesterday, or in the last 48 hours. I got, come on, fucking 15, and you can see that the top one is my Daniel Sloss X video. Oh, that's exciting, Quasi. Hopefully Bolsonaro gets rocketed out of there like Trump did. It's the first time I've had to say his name in like a month and a half. It's very exciting. I don't know what median it is. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. And so, I do a little digging because I'm curious why. Yes, hopefully Boris Johnson goes as well. I did some digging, like, hey, why did this one video completely fucking explode? Because this video typically gets like, I don't know, 40 views a day, not like 8,000. Is it, oh really? So I mean that actually probably partially explains it. So here's the interesting thing. The vast majority of people who watch the video are from the UK, and they're women. So that was interesting. And the other interesting thing is that, when I look in them sweet analytics, and I where's the let's look at those. No. So I'm not, because the average video retention in the has been less than a minute. Like basically no one is actually staying to watch it. Like people basically just come in and then they leave almost immediately. But the really weird thing is the search terms that have been leading to it. Daniel Sloss X, and then Daniel Sloss rape was number 2. And I was like, what? Why is that a search that people are making? And I mentioned this on Twitter, but it turns out that a woman was stalked and killed in the UK, named Sarah Everard, and by a cop. And because of that, a clip from X, yeah, right. Because of that, a clip from X like blew up, where he's talking to your boys, and so I guess tons of people are just searching for it, and then they see my video and they're like, oh, maybe this guy is going to show it, and then they realize that I'm not going to show it, and then they're like, well, fuck that guy. It's so interesting because, like, I mean, I saw X long before it was filmed, right? So, the so obviously there's no footage in my thing, not that there would have been anyway. But it's like it's a very different sort of context to, like how I've seen it before it hit the world and like the world reacted. But yeah, I mean it's a fucking horrible story. Like I feel I'm incredibly bothered, frankly, by the fact that it's like, oh hey, cool, my YouTube channel is more popular. Oh, it's more popular because someone got fucking murdered. Yeah, I mean that was part. It was like I saw Daniel Saul's rape and I was like, oh no, did please, please not him. Um, not after all that X meant to me. Like no. Um, but I it's like, yeah, I'm not. It's weird how things like that have like really really weird ripple effects. Um, you know, I yeah, I don't know. But no, it's a really horrible story, and cops are bad. Um, also, or really, men are bad. Men are terrible. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and I was like, "Men are bad," and she was like, "No, they're not." Um, ugh, goddamn. Um, um, and the way they're handling George Floyd's murder case is super fucked up because like it might end up going to a mistrial because of like the judge handling it wrong. Like the whole thing is it's all cops are bastards, though I always think of it as all cops are bad. Um, it's the general um, slogan to make the point that you know, even good cops are still bad because the system forces them to be. Like you can't really be a good cop because the culture of police is bad. Um, you know, so yeah, ACAB, 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 yeah. I played like that part of a song once, and then my fucking live stream got copyright claimed. And I was like, are you kidding me? This dude who wrote ACAB fucking content ID'd his song. What a loser. I didn't content ID my songs. I could have. I did see that. Um, I I feel conflicted about that. I feel like Brooklyn 99 Brooklyn 99 could possibly have maybe treated this better than a lot of um some fucking dude claimed to have never seen the video, which is like you're fucking lying. Like even if you haven't seen the video, you know what it depicts. Like the idea, especially the idea that someone in that area, like someone who they could find for a jury in that area would not have seen that video is just like that's bullshit. That person's fucking lying. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would much rather have, Brooklyn Nine-Nine going than like all of the police procedurals that are still going to be going. Um, no, the guy who Dan Borman or whatever his name is, he made the point that it was not like the way he announced it made it pretty clear that it was not his decision. Um, so but I mean, I stopped watching. I used to watch Brooklyn Nine Nine like religiously, but I stopped watching it a few seasons ago. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess if you um, yes, no, it's very lame. Um, I should zoom in a little bit. Get a little bit. There we go. Yeah, probably. Yeah, if you have, I mean, people who haven't. Um, yeah, I mean, after that, like, how do you make a fun thing about cops, right? Like, and as I said, I do think that Brooklyn Nine-Nine could have. Um, oh, hello, witty name here, 1443. So I was in a work conversation the other day. Your name reminded me of something. As in like on a Teams, Microsoft Teams, which is how we communicate nowadays. And I was like, and we were talking about holidays or something, and someone's like, I don't want to do that. This is the land of the free. And I said, but is it though? And they said, it used to be. And I said, when? Fucking 1490? And no one responded because I don't think anyone understood what I meant. But maybe y'all will appreciate my not a joke. Um, you know, uh, if you don't get I mean, most of you aren't American, so the joke is 1491 is when Columbus landed uh, landed here. That motherfucker. So, although let's be honest, the only reason I know that is because there's a book called 1491, which is like about the like the history of America before, which I should read at some point. Yeah, I mean, I've watched. I don't know that I watched the entire video. I've seen parts. I saw enough of it, I think, to get it. I'm not sure I actually sat through the entire 8. Um, oh, then maybe for whatever 1491 was the. Oh yeah, you're right. The ocean sailed the ocean blue in 1492 or whatever. Yeah, you're right. So 1491 actually probably was the last year. Whatever. Um, the point still stands. Um, but yeah, no, you're right. I have not thought about that school rhyme in probably fucking 20 years. Um, yeah, the Nina Maria, the Prenta Santa Maria. Is that why? Yeah, I'm also. I used to. So I was never like. Um, I I've talked periodically about my sort of like early internet, um almost in the like didn't end up in the alt right pipeline but totally could have thing. um Sort of got lucky that I was young before smartphones, basically. Because I think I probably would have been pulled that way had I been a little bit younger. um but one thing I never seeked out um, was like actual death. Like, I definitely like saw things, but like, on like 4chan or whatever, it's like people would be like, "Oh, look, here's a video of a decapitation." It's like, nah, I'm good. That was like always the bridge too far. Like I'll see, I would watch anything faked, but but real's different. Um, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. Um, yeah, it's like it's there's some rough shit on the internet. Hello, Aaron. Um, and especially when you go into some of the more uh like for example, I've never been on the dark web, for example, and I expect that to remain the case. Like I cannot fathom, because even if yeah, Faces of Death was also something I didn't watch, although I know a lot of that stuff's fake. Um, the uh, the only fake snuff film, I guess, I ever watched is I watched the August Underground trilogy, or at least I saw two of the movie. I saw Mortem and Penance. On some level, Cannibal Holocaust is. Um, I feel like um, good. Um, I think I'm capable of being impartial in general. I don't think I would be impartial in um, August Underground 3 was actually a decent. um, the Yeah, I mean, Cannibal Holocaust, like it, is a different kind of thing. I Yeah, August Underground 3 is actually a decent, also has sort of an interesting plot. Oh, that is, it's on a, oh, oh, you know what movie everyone should see? It's on Shutter right now. I don't know, um, I don't know who has Shutter, but The Devils is on Shutter. I might review that. What a fucking awesome movie that is. I don't know which cut is on Shutter, but like that movie's hard as hell to get your hands on, and I recommend everyone who has not seen it. Um, yes, the Crazy Nun movie. I don't know if it's the version that has the Rape of Christ, which is the one that I've seen because I accidentally stole the DVD from my one of my college film professors. Like I borrowed it, and then I like haven't been back to the school. Um, yeah, yeah, Cannibal Holocaust has a lot of really brutal stuff. I know Cannibal Ferox also does. Um, I almost named this video. I still haven't seen Bacurau yet. I thought about it yesterday, and then I watched Saint Maud instead. Um, yeah, I mean, there is like I don't think there actually is a completely unedited version of The Devils. Um, I don't think it exists. The version that I have, like, when it cuts to the scene that's um um the scene uh I mean, I wasn't gonna spoil it, other than to say there's a scene called the Rape of Christ, and when it happens, like the video quality plummets on the DVD because it was like taken from a, like the negative doesn't exist. Like they found like a film reel that had scenes that weren't there originally. Um, but yeah, that movie's amazing. Like that movie is so like the 1970s was such an interesting time for filmmaking. Um, yeah, yeah, it's wild. Um, I mean that there was no spoilers, but whatever. Um, so my feelings on as the golden age of Hollywood, as they say. Um, I feel like I need to see more 70s films than I have. It was, yes, Ken Russell. Um, I was done a while ago. Um, the um, Um, Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, he weird, yeah, weird fellow, clearly. Um uh, yeah, I haven't seen Cannibal Ferox and I probably never will. Um uh yeah, I saw Mortem and Mortem August Underground Mortem has like nothing really other than like it's gross. Um but it's got like no substance to it. Um Penance is way more interesting as a film. Um, and I don't know that I would recommend it per se, but um, it is, it's got some stuff that's like, um, there's a lot of like there are a bunch of scenes of the serial killers just like living their life, which creates a really interesting uh sort of like mix, whereas like Mortem is just like brutality from start to finish. Uh, I haven't seen Women in Love actually. Um, oh, I haven't seen Men Behind This. I feel like that's about the uh Japanese atrocities, right? Um, does Men Behind the Sun have actual footage in it? Yeah. Um, yeah, I am. Oh, that's cool. I almost bought that book like 12 years ago because I was reading about yeah. I mean, the most fucked up thing I ever watched was 45 minutes of uh like the Holocaust liberation. Um the uh whatever German concentration camp factual survey. I mean, on some level, I don't think I will ever see anything more horrific than that. Um because the scale on display there is just so horrific. Um, that's yeah. I mean, I don't know that it gets. Um, Night and Fog is about I think that's about the creation of the German concept. Yeah, I feel like I bring it up a weird amount. Well, we end up talking about like disturbing movies, although usually I don't think it comes up in that context. Um, yeah, it's that it's um Triumph of the Will is a very different kind of thing. Um, it's Folding Ideas. Dan Olson, Folding Ideas has a really um, interesting video about Triumph of the Will and about Lenny Riefenstahl's films in general and sort of like how wild it is that everyone's vision of um, vision of what Nazis are is primarily based on the images that the Nazis projected. Like, what you think of when you think of Nazis is basically what Triumph of the Will showed us, right? Like it's not like it definitely was not nearly that clean and impressive, right? Um, are you still watching like 4 movies a day or whatever that wild amount is? Um, I suggested to Liam earlier, and I'll suggest it to uh, I will suggest it to everyone else. Memories of Matsuko is fucking amazing. It was one of the best theatrical experiences I ever had. All I knew is that it was one of my friend's favorite movies, and then it was playing at the Japan Society. Um, and it was playing in 35 millimeter. And Jesus fucking Christ, that movie's absolutely amazing. So, uh, Members. I mean, is Memory of Monsko light? Hard to know, but it's definitely much lighter than the it's definitely not about Nazis. Or and I don't think it's about war. Um, Take care, Liam. Um, good having you here. Um, oh, you know what's a fun Shoplifters is fucking fantastic. Yeah, watch Memories of Matsuko. Um, um, a movie that I hadn't thought of in a while. But you know, Liam had messaged me on Patreon because people who can just do that, you know, if you back me on Patreon, I mean, you can just message me on Instagram or whatever. Also, um, uh, okay, uh, Liam will talk at some point. Like message me. We'll see about addressing that for you. Um, but the um, I've heard Wolfwalkers is great. I don't have Apple TV Plus. Um, Marat Saad is a oh hey Gabby. You know when I posted that video, I knew I was like Gabby's gonna make some fucking comment about this second shot. Like I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen, and then it did. And I don't know if I felt vindicated or what, but I knew it. I knew it was coming. Um, what's the actual full name? Okay. Ahem. This film is called. It's based on a play. Um, it is called "The Persecution and Assassination of Jean-Paul Marat, as performed by the inmates of the asylum of Charenton under the direction of the Marquis de Sade, also known as Marat Sade." Um, and it's a 1967 British film, and it is a it's a lot. I remember someone in college recommending that to me, and they had a copy of the DVD at the school library, and that's probably like the um, I feel like that's definitely one of the most obscure movies I've just like ever seen. Um, because it's just like so weirdly specifically out there. Um, you know. Um, so yeah. Um, but yeah, that's how I feel about that. But let's see. I'm trying to think of oh damn it, Liam left before I before I said what I thought of Say Mod. um, um, That's interesting. Sometimes paying attention to the audience works, and sometimes it doesn't. Um, you know, obviously, I didn't think it. Um, yeah. So the thing about Saint Maud, and this is technically a spoiler, but I think it's important to know. Um, is there is a brief rape that does not need to be there. It does not benefit the story in literally any way. If you were to cut out that like 15 seconds, literally nothing would change. Like there's no fucking reason for it to be in that movie. And the fact that it's there made me like the movie in general less than I otherwise would have. Hello, Julia. Uh weird. It's not explicit, but like it's on screen, I guess. It's not graphic, but it's like um yeah. Like it is the most visually um oh, Cure by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Seen that. Like Saint Maud is the most visually striking movie I have seen in a long time. Um like it is visual like oh man, it's real good looking. A lot of it is great. Um like a most of it is great. Um I agree with Willow, the last shot, fucking awesome. But like that one sequence just like so fucking needless. Um like so fucking needless. And I was really irritated. Um when it happened. Um so so yeah, anyone who's going to watch um same mod, I think it's worth just going and being aware that that happens, because it just sort of happens out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh, fucking why did you do why you don't need uh yeah, the final shot is really fucking good. um yeah, I mean that makes sense. um But like, yeah, I mean, I recommend it on the whole. I liked it on the whole, but that just like, yeah, like literally this like 10 to 15-second sequence just um really just like mm, um but yeah, yeah, I went in blind also. Um you know, but yeah. It's it's an intense movie. It's intense, it's very well made. I it's her first rose glasses. Oh, hello, Wisconiner. What did you think? What did you think of my most recent video? Um, Thank you very much. Take care, and yeah, I'll see you at the next one. The next time I do one of these is going to be in the new apartment. That's wild. It probably will not be. I need to figure out when I'm going to set up internet. Uh, I should probably do it before I officially move in, so that like it's there. If so, then theoretically I could do something because I'm moving on the 26th. So the 27th, which is 2 weeks from today, could be, yeah, it'll probably be the next one of these. We'll see. We'll see. I think Daniel's actually doing something that day. Um I mean, I've been in this apartment for 3 years. There's, it's definitely gonna be strange to leave. Um, so it turns out this new apartment is actually slightly smaller than the floor plan said it would be. So I actually cannot, I don't even know where I'm going to put my desk exactly. Like the way I had planned on orienting it, I cannot do. And so I'm not going to be able to figure it out until I'm there, like until I've moved everything and there's actually like stuff in there. Like it's just not, um, it's like 2 to 3 feet shorter than it's supposed to be, or than it was pitched as being, um, which is annoying. Like it doesn't change anything. Um, like it's like that wasn't the difference between us getting the apartment or not. Um, but it was definitely frustrating. Um, that to note that because I had sort of planned the um the order in a certain way to sort of address that, and obviously I cannot because of that. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, I don't know yet. I'm probably gonna buy some shelves or something and then put them in. But I'm gonna need to actually like get my camera there, set up a frame in order to like really be able to know. I'm probably gonna get a different main light. I definitely am gonna get a few more C stands. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, it's gonna be different. Um and I don't know what I'm gonna do in the interim, like while I'm figuring out um you know, I mean ultimately, maybe I could literally just like set up a black backdrop and just like, literally film it like Patrick H. Willems does. And just like I could just do one of those in the interim because I have a black backdrop because I used it for my for my tablecloth. It's funny because the reason that I did it in 4x3 uh, was because the blanket um, stopped like basically at the edges. Um, I don't. This new apartment, like I currently, I mean, I shot something in a shower once, but I do not have a bath that is conducive to putting a camera on in this apartment or the next one. I have never seen dogs don't wear pants. It sounds odd. Uh, I mean, that would definitely be you know, filming in a bathtub. I feel like that's I would need a very, very, very specific reason to do that. Um, I feel like there's probably a reason. Oh, interesting. I feel like there's probably a situation in which I would find that funny enough to do it. Um, but because I couldn't get it from that angle, like it wouldn't look nearly as nice as ContraPoints would, did, does, is. Um, yeah, it sounds interesting. Um, I'm not sure that I've watched like any Finnish movies, TBH. Um, I mean, I've seen very few Scandinavian movies in general. Obviously, I've seen some Bergman. I've seen Telma, which I love. I also love a lot of Bergman. Um, wow, the fucking disrespect The disrespect. Um, there probably is a BDSM rom-com on Netflix. That doesn't mean it treats it particularly well. That's the problem with things like that. Is like, Be My Cat, a film for Anne. It's on Tubi. Romanian found footage psychological horror movie about about a Romanian filmmaker obsessed with Hollywood actress Anne Hathaway who goes to shocking extremes to convince her to star in his upcoming film. That's interesting. Um, Dogs don't wear pants. I'm trying to think of like what um, you spelled deity wrong. But I mean, I assumed that that was an intentional misspelling. Um, I just want to say again, because now there are some different people here. This is fucking cool as fuck. Okay, I need to. Um, this is a drawing of me done by Kwase, and it's real fucking good. Like, um, what's the name of that fucking movie by that guy? Is it like Screw something? Um, some movie about like a sadomasochistic relationship that I saw. Oh, The Duke of Burgundy. That's an interesting movie. Um, I feel like I remember seeing that in theaters, completely unaware what that was about. Um, so that makes Quasi the third person to draw me. So that's very exciting. So I got a hat trick there. Um, Willow, then Gabby, and Quasi. So if you want to draw a picture of me, uh, you know, feel free. Um, I'll even make my hair less fucked up. No, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I give up. Um, it does not mean I'm getting famous. It just means that the people who happen to be interested in this channel are more talented than I am. And we're all very bored. So those very talented people decide to take the time to draw me. You know what this is? You know what this aesthetic is? I think the eyebrows are a little intense, but I feel like this is like what I would look like if I were in like a doujinshi, like um some like yaoi yaoi shit, but in like a good way. Yeah, let's look up those sweet Razzie nominations. Let's breaking news here on the yeah, that makes sense. It really it does. Like it doesn't feel exactly uh Japanese, but it definitely has sort of that vibe, um, way that I think really works. So I think it's like genuinely awesome. So thank you. And I think the drawings that everyone else has done have also been awesome. Ouch. Savage. I do make a lot of uh I do have a very elastic face. Um okay. So the Razzies. Um Worst picture. 365 days. Don't know what that is. Absolute proof. Also don't know what that is. Doolittle. I know what that is. Fantasy Island. I know what that is. And music. I didn't think that came out last year, but I think that one should win. Sight unseen, but enough seen. Uh, Worst actor. Oh, Absolute Proof is the My Pillow guy's fucking documentary. Yeah, that's the thing that he's gonna get. I didn't even get it. I mean, I guess the long underwear I'm wearing has an elastic waistband. Ow. That was the sound of my elastic waistband hitting my skin. So I'm sure that was fun for everybody. Um, okay, I do know what absolute proof is. I don't know what 365 days is though. Um, I mean, there's nothing not safe for work about the existence of me wearing long underwear. Um, the okay. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, we're not dealing with that. Bye. Um, Jesus Christ. Um, so back to the Razzie nominations because I don't know what the fuck that was. Um, Worst actor. Uh, Robert Downey Jr. for Doolittle. Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, for Absolute Proof. I don't know, Willow. Is there a random person being a creep on the bingo cards? Uh, Michelle Morone for 365 Days, Adam Sandler for Hubie Halloween, and David Spade for The Wrong Missy. Worst actress, Anne Hathaway for The Last Thing. Um, what's next, Gabby? Are you gonna say something weird that I'm gonna have to block you? I'd be very sad. I like having you around. Um, the Anne Hathaway for The Last Thing He Wanted and Roald Dahl's The Witches. Katie Holmes for Brahms The Boy 2 and The Secret Dare to Dream. Kate Hudson for music. Lauren Lapkus for The Wrong Missy. And Anna Maria Siklicha for 365 Days. Um, do they have like a international list? I don't think they do. Worst supporting actress, Glenn Close in Hillbilly Elegy. Lucy Hale, Fantasy Island. Maggie Q, Fantasy Island. Kristen Wiig, Wonder Woman 1984. Maddie Ziegler, music. Um, yeah, there's some brutal. Um, yeah, what I mean, um, worst supporting actor, Chevy Chase, the very excellent Mr. Dundee. Rudy Giuliani as himself, Borat subsequent movie film. That's fucking hilarious. That's that is a genuinely hilarious fucking nomination. Like I love that like genuinely. Um yeah, I want I want Rudy Giuliani to win that. Like he cuz honestly what um like really his worst performance was like the thing he did in front of like in between the like dildo store and the fucking crematorium, like that whole speech, like that was like he deserved a fucking Razzie for that shit. um yeah, because that's the problem, Phil, is like in that context it sort of treats him as an actor, whereas he was just being gross, versus like when he was lying to protect uh a man who does not care about him. Um, Shia LaBeouf, accused abuser, the tax collector, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who apparently was in a movie last year called Iron Mask, um, Bruce Willis for Breach, Hard Kill, and Survive the Night. So apparently he was in 3 movies last year, and they were all bad. Um, um, Gabby, you haven't made like actively creepy comments, I don't think. You're just like right on, you're right on the line. Um I Razzie award winning. That would be fantastic. Um so my editor at the Daily Beast saw a poster for a movie that Bruce Willis is in called Cosmic Sin, and apparently this this guy is directing has so Cosmic Sin just came out, and this director has 2 more movies starring Bruce Willis that are coming out this year, and then a 4th one that is in pre-production. So like clearly there's like some weird fucking thing going on. um So I'm curious, and I really hope Marlo like digs into it and finds out what's actually going on there, because that's real fucking weird. And I feel like he'd be the guy to like figure that out. Um, right. Um, I mean, it's like, back in the fucking 40s and 50s, movies like got pumped out. Um, uh, but it's just they just don't do that. Like they just don't really happen anymore because um uh but I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure like they're phoned in performances, they do a single take and then everything's, terrible. Yeah, maybe they just decided to pod together. My guess is they're not quarantining, actually. Um, okay. 4 more. We got 4 more categories. Worst screen combo: Maria Bakalova and Rudy Giuliani for Borat, which I hope that doesn't win, because I don't like the idea of Maria Bakalova being anywhere near a Razzie, because she was fan fucking tastic in that movie. Robert Downey Jr. and his utterly unconvincing Welsh accent. Harrison Ford and that totally fake looking CGI dog. Lauren Lapkus and David Spade for The Wrong Missy, and Adam Sandler and his grating simpleton voice for Hubie Halloween. I feel like Harrison Ford or Lauren Lapkus, etc., seem like the um, whatever. Worst director: Charles Band for all 3 Barbie and Kendra movies. Barbara Bialowas and Thomas Mandis for 365 Days. Stephen Gagan for Doolittle, Ron Howard for Hillbilly Elegy, or Sia for Music. I feel like Sia needs to take that. Just, I think Sia, I think Sia needs to take that one. Like the way she's like, you know, like the way she's treated everything around that is just like so fucking horrifying, and I feel so bad for Maddie Ziegler. Like the story of her like breaking down on set because she was worried people would think she was making fun of them is so fucking awful. Um, or screenplay 365 Days, all three Barbie and Kendra movies, Doolittle, Fantasy Island, or Hillbilly Elegy. Um, and worst remake, ripoff, or sequel, 365 Days, Polish remake slash ripoff of 50 Shades of Grey, Doolittle, Fantasy Island, Hubie Halloween, and Wonder Woman 1984. And that is the thing. I I read a I read a bunch of things about it, which was um, which was plenty. Yeah, no, it's yeah, the way the whole thing was real rough. Not a fan of that, like even conceptually. So um, yeah, so no, I think Sia, the fact that Sia would be like, you know, hi, you, my like tiny alter ego are crying, and I'm gonna deal with that by just saying no, it's fine, is like beyond horrendous. Just as a like, absolutely not. Um, so yeah. Take care, Willow. I agree. Always great having you here. Yeah, it's a lot. Um, um, one thing I will say about having Willow as my number one super fan, um, I feel like she's like the most respectful number one super fan any person could ever have. Like, like it's like I appreciate how not weird she is. um, you know. So thanks, Willow. Take care. Um, but yeah, the who's the weirdest one? Hell yeah. Actually I know who the weirdest person was, and I blocked him from this fucking channel. Uh yeah. Yeah, it was that B guy. Fuck that dude. Um General rule, don't ask me if you can, you know, like if you see me on a specific street, if you can hug me, because that's just a weird question to ask. Like, don't be like, hey, if I see you on Bleecker Street, um, Mike was here earlier. Um, yeah, no, B Kenko was really fucking weird. So like the first thing was kind of annoying. He was like, "Hey, I'll buy you lunch if you give me edits on this feature script I've been writing because you're my daddy or whatever." Like he said some weird. I don't think he called me daddy, but like some weird shit in that general. Yeah, yeah. Mike's the young guy. He was actually here at the beginning. He's not weird. He's just young. And so he has ill-informed opinions sometimes. Um, I mean, like, I can buy myself lunch. Like I don't need someone else to buy me lunch. Um the like the amount of time I would put into reading someone's script is not worth. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna shit on Mike. Mike's a solid dude, clearly. The No, he called me one of like some no. Oh, I think he called me sensei. Like it was some really weird term that was like super just like not right. But it was like what like don't call like it was a thing that I didn't want him to call me. Like I didn't like the fact, and I know daddy is a thing that people say, and I was like I wouldn't like that, but I think it was like sensei or senpai. It was like one of those like weird things. Regardless, point is, I'm not going to read some dude's script for just because they buy me lunch. Like it's just not going to happen. But then he was like, "Hey, if I see you in Soho, can I hug you?" Which is just such a weird fucking way. Like it's such a unsettlingly specific way to like frame that idea. Um, yes, we had a yes. No, I was thinking about that. We did have a collective argument with him. Um, yeah, yeah. Gabby was there. She knows what's up. Gabby's been here since the beginning. Um, uh, yeah. I mean, if I was a student, then but like, yeah, no, exactly. Like that's what I mean. Like it was one of those. It was one of those words that like it was very loaded. Whatever it was, like it was a really loaded phrase, and I did not like that he was calling me that. Um, but then, yeah, he was like, "Hey, if I see you in Soho, can I hug you?" And I was like, probably not. Um, and I mean, because like, the way to phrase that is like, hey, if I were to ever see you on the street, what would like, how would you like me to act? Right? Like, do you want me to say, hello, I recognize you? Do you want or not, right? Like that's the appropriate version of that question. And if I'm like, oh yeah, of course you can come up and say hello, um then it's like cool, we're fine. But like to frame it as um you know to frame it as like, if I see you in this specific area of Manhattan, can I like come up and hug you even if I don't recognize you, um or you don't recognize it. And it was like, I don't like that. That's just like a fucking weird thing to say, right? And so, and I mean, the reality is, I don't know. I don't know anything about him other than his name, or his username. But then so then I blocked him. Although the reason I actually blocked him wasn't even because of that. Like I thought that shit was weird. Um and right, yeah, seeing people you're like, oh, I know who that, and that's weird. Um the reason that um I actually blocked him was when I did the showing of Real. Um he was like objectifying one of the actors, and he was like, she's super hot, what's her name? And I was like, oh yeah, don't do that. And then he was like, it's a free country or some shit like that. And I was like, okay, bye. And then he like started making fake accounts. And he made like three more fake accounts, which is just like, it's just like unsettling, right? Um yeah, that dude was just like really unsettling. How you doing? Oh. I didn't see that. Sorry, I had to. Um, but yeah, no, that whole thing was that made me genuinely uncomfortable in a way that I tend not to be. I mean, because the reality is like, and I've made this point before, like I'm not super concerned about people like I'm fairly strong, whatever. Like, I mean, if you fucking put a gun to my head, I would, I'd probably freak out. But like, if some dude's just like a single person and like a group, I'd be like, yeah. Like a single person, whatever, I'd figure it out. I I I I am perfectly content biting people, and I have pretty sharp teeth. Nice, Phil. Um, I know a guy named Phil in middle school. I knew him middle school and high school, and uh, one day he was like, and I was fortunate um, that uh, here's a thing. Here's a statement that I've always wanted to put into like a fight scene in a script. Uh, and by always, I mean like I had this idea like 15 years ago, and I've just like it's just a thing I've remembered. So this gives you a sense of what I was like 15 years ago. It's a guy comes up to hell yeah. Um it's like a guy is like, comes up to the protagonist and is like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And the protagonist says, do you have AIDS? And the guy says, what? And the protagonist says, I want to know if I'll get sick when I drink your blood. Um, which I think is a pretty good line. At least I thought that a long time ago. Honestly, I mean, if someone said that to me, I'd, I would not want to go anywhere near them. And I think that would be a rational person would just like leave the scene at that point. I think. um, but yeah. But anyway, so Phil, this guy Phil, he um he once got in trouble for writing in a composition notebook during science class. He just wrote the word pussy like hundreds of times, just like filled the notebook like a fucking serial killer, just like pussy, 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 pussy. But it's like, what the actual fuck? Um, but yeah, that guy is definitely the weirdest sort of recurring uh character. I had a dude who like asked me for pictures of my retainer, which definitely felt like a fetish thing, and I was like, no. Um, but by and large, um, you know, by and large, like people don't say things that I'm like, I don't, I don't know how to like, I don't like. Uh. So yeah. Um, but yeah, I bought a cupcake today. So there's a cupcake shop in my general vicinity. Um, and it's no longer going to be in my vicinity. So I'm like trying to hit. It was vanilla cupcake with strawberry frosting, and it was like, um, you know, uh, but there's this specific place that's like as I said, in the neighborhood now, but not later. Um, um, and every time I walk by there, it's late, so they're never actually open. So, um, I was excited because it's like right around the corner from where I got my shot. So it was very exciting to be able to finally get that fucking thing. I also got banana pudding, but I haven't tried that yet because I had a scone this morning. Ugh, I've eaten, and then I got pizza. It's been a very carb heavy day. Um, don't don't you dare fucking gender Julia, Aaron. Um, Newtown's great. John Mulaney's great. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've cupcakes are definitely more meaningful to my life currently uh than whatever that dude be sir. The Yeah, I I was watching the so here's a question, Gabby. Why do you think you're creepy? Because clearly you think that. Um, like you think you give off those vibes. Was it just because you did the double eyes and the thing and I knew that you would do that? It's not because I think you're creepy. Um, but anyway, I love carrot cake. So my favorite dessert. Oh, I actually know what my favorite dessert is. It's easy. It's called angel pie. It is um a meringue crust. Um, yeah, I don't know. So you're awkward IRL, and so you assume you're creepy. I mean, whatever. I don't know. Maybe you are. Um, um, Julia's non-binary, Aaron, who I thought was a lady because of your name. So, um, it's Gabby with an I. Thank you very much. Um, I usually I don't like get involved in shit like that. Um, but I the other day, so there's a person on my team named uh it's uh uh, you know there's a person on my team named Justin. Now you're just being rude, spelling it wrong. Um Intentionally, I have to assume. The uh right. Justin. So his last name is uh Spanish inspired. I mean, like, look, I put that shot in the fucking video. It's not like I didn't. And I like very specifically framed it, so it's not, whatever. Like if someone like looked at what I look like, is like that's it was there. Like it's not. I was wearing pants though, and I don't know if that was actually clear. Uh my sister helped me film part of it, and she like saw the shot and she was like, "You need to zoom in a little bit because it looks like you're not wearing pants." I was like, "I'm wearing pants, dude. Get over yourself." Um, the Now that just makes it worse, fam. Don't fucking uh use no. I don't like coffee, or I don't drink coffee, and tiramisu is like coffee stuff, so that's why I don't do it's not really how that works. I feel like remember Aaron when you came in and you're like, I'm gonna be less sarcastic this week. Like that this time I'm not gonna say any things that are gonna make people mad about me. And then here we are, an hour and some amount later, and you're just like you've just given up on that whole uh thing. Um but uh and honestly, Kojo, I don't even fucking know what happened. Um I was talking about my favorite dessert because Gabby asked me what my favorite dessert was, and then um, it does taste like coffee. That's my problem with it. No, but angel pie is a meringue crust with lemon curd and then whipped cream on it. And my mom used to make it for me when I was younger, and like that was like a thing that she like did. And so, frankly, nostalgia is definitely a lot of why it is my favorite. Like I've never had it outside the context of one my mom made for me, but I've had probably 10 to 15 of those in my life. And I mean it's the kind of it's like it's massive sugar overload, and I feel terrible afterwards. I feel terrible after eating any sugar, but like I feel horrendous afterward, but it's so good. Aaron, aren't you like fucking 22 or whatever? Um, um, the, um, no, you're like 27, right? Something like that, late 20s, I think. Um, I don't know. I try to keep stuff in mind. I don't know why, but anyway, as I was saying, on Friday, um, you know, his name's Justin. He like sent in a request to our IS team, and the guy was like, "Hi, Juan," and I was like, "Fucking what?" Oh damn it! I was right the first time. I was close the first time. Uh, ugh, 1-7, close enough. Um, the but yeah, I stepped in and I was like, his name is fucking Justin. Like, don't you like, if you like spelled Justin wrong, um, then it would be different. Whatever, like his English clearly wasn't great, but like Juan, what the like where the fuck did he get that? So I was like, nah. I mean, when people call me Alex, I usually don't correct them. Um, Actually, I think now that yeah, I think at this point in the stream, now that Willow's gone, probably everyone is older than Aaron. Um, because Willow's usually, I mean, Mike is usually the young one, and then Willow. Um, and there's like one other person who's under 20, who's here sometimes. Um, I used to have a bracelet that a friend of mine made, like from beads that I used to wear all the time. Um, 52, is that 53? 52, 53, 56. Um, yeah, I mean, mispronouncing names is like, yeah, Alec is not a common name at all. Um, and so a lot of people get it like no one says Alec wrong when they know my name is Alec, but a lot of people assume my name is Alex. And so that is way more common. And so, I've gotten Alex my entire life. People fuck up my last name so often in so many different ways. Like even today when I was getting the fucking shot, like they called me by my wrong name and then they said it wrong. Like, fortunately, they also said my first name, and I was like, okay, I'm assuming that's me. Um, but they were like they're like Mayor Alec, which is like not correct. Um, I mean, my last name is complicated-ish. Like there are two of them. Either one is not very. Um, 21 is 3 years into legality. What are you talking about? Um, yeah, I'm curious, Gojo. I mean, Irish names are fucking hard. um, for sure. I mean, I got Kojo wrong. I don't know if that's actually an Irish name, but I got that shit wrong. Um, but yeah, no, I usually so the most common mispronunciations are um like usually people get kubas right, although they might say kubas. Um the but I get like mayor, meyer. Um I don't know, man. It doesn't sound Irish, but I also don't really know what Irish sounds like per se. So, um, like I know, like Saoirse is an Irish name, right? Which I only know how to say Saoirse because Saoirse Ronan did like a thing on SNL that was like, "Don't fucking mispronounce my name." Um, I gotta say, Aaron, it seems like a bad idea to predicate your friendship with Gabby based on a lie. And if you put that on the friendship bracelet, that will mean that your friendship is built around a lie, literally. So just saying, not a good idea. Yeah, I haven't the faintest idea how you're supposed to say either of those. Is it like ne and t? I hated my name for a long time. Um, uh, I don't know, dude. Um, yeah, I don't. Um, ugh, let's sitting back. My plan for the next apartment is I'm gonna have a table and I'm gonna be sitting at a table the whole time. You won't see the table, like I'm not gonna do it like I'm at a desk. Uh, I'm just gonna be at a table because it'll be better for my prop comedy that I do every so often. Um, but even more than that, um, it'll just be like because part of the problem with this apartment is like as I've mentioned this before, I sit on the edge of my coffee table, which is like literally painful to do, but it's what I have to do because of like where I don't sit on the floor, I sit on the corner of my coffee table. Um, but the reason I have to sit on the corner of my coffee table is just because that's how the apartment is like set up. Um, like in order to get the right shot, um, like to get the right shot. I'll show you. I'll just show you what I fucking do. Ugh. So I put the camera around here. But in order for me to actually like be at the right angle for you to see what's on that and what's on that and like the back, I literally need to be sitting on this corner and like slouching because I'm like too tall to really do that properly. And so the only way is to sit like that. But because I'm not going to like have this window and I'm not going to have that sort of like I can basically create a set that looks like whatever I want. I'm not going to have to worry about that. Uh, hell yeah, Kojo. Um, I mean, we have a bunch of art that's like sort of around. I have movie posters. I have like some things that are literally in like boxes that we never opened because we got them in like the last couple months, and so it just didn't make sense to put them up anywhere. I mean, I have these photos that I took. Um, hell yeah, I am. Uh, but yes, Kojo, we stand for sure. Uh, um, uh, do I even have a oh, I do. Oh, hold on. I made it. I made a slight tweak to it. I was this is not a wig. Um, I was um, I was making a tweak to the page. Um, the Resi word is actually um, on here in the media references section. He that is mentioned. Um, the I mean Willow put the bingo board on Twitter. So if you want to although the problem with it is that it's the same for everyone. What we need to do is like use one of those ones where like you throw a bunch in and then it, randomizes how they actually um, show up. Um, which oh, did you? Hell yeah, that's great. Uh, it is on my Twitter. I don't. Let me see. Did I actually? I might have retweeted it. Um, I don't tweet very often. Yes, February 15th. Um, come on, come on. Oh God, I got so blue. I haven't logged into I haven't logged into Wikipedia in like literally like 7 years. So interesting. Um, yeah, no, yeah, no. Willow did a real good job, as she always does. All y'all are very talented. Um, Wisconsin, what background is it? Do I have a background? Um, Gabby was the second person to do fan art of me, and her fan art was my Twitter profile for quite some time. Actually, until I replaced it with whatever with what I have now. Um, it looks like Gabby replaced her Instagram picture with a picture of her not wearing a shirt. Is that because of my YouTube video? Were you trying to copy me? Um, but no, I will show you what Gabby did because it's real good. Um, in the style of BoJack Horseman, uh, like really good. Like so, um, kids, ew. Um, uh, I know at least one person has children. Can't relate. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's getting we're getting towards we've passed the 2 hour mark, which is usually where things start to get a little off. Yeah, no, Gabby, you're yeah, that drawing is super fucking cool. If I was a more narcissistic person, I would totally like print out um uh um the what's DSA? Is that a British thing? Um one of the people on my team has like a 2-year-old child, and apparently she was watching one of my YouTube videos, and he was like, "Nope, absolutely not." Uh, which is fair. I definitely do not make this content for fucking 2-year-olds. Oh hell yeah! Wait, is your kid in the? Oh, is your kid in the United States of America? I I knew which one you're talking. I mean, yeah. Um, the I mean, I knew I was thinking, wait, Democratic. So I was thinking like, oh wait, is this social? But also, but I know you sometimes come to America. Like, is your kid here? Is that why? Um, or oh, nice. Okay, that makes sense then. I was like, that doesn't seem like it would do a lot in the UK, but that's cool. Um, is he trying to learn English by watching my YouTube videos? Apparently, someone told me that they like use um they use my videos to like improve their English, which I was like, oh, cool. Um, but yes, no, clearly, good job, Phil. Sounds like you have done well. Um, is that why you keep coming to America to visit? Because I know that's a thing you keep doing, and I never actually asked why. Um, but that would make sense. That's cute. My sister does not worry about liking the things I like. um, um, but yeah, to finish my previous thought, if I was a more narcissistic person who liked looking at myself, which I really don't, um, which I'm sure all of you are shocked by, considering the fact that this is me and not like a fucking VTube thing. I really don't like looking at myself. Um, if I did, I would probably like print like the art from Willow, Gabby, and now Kwase. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want that hanging up, because I feel like that feels like just a step too um like a step too far. Yeah, I mean, Gabby, it's a nice picture. Your shoulder blades are very prominent. My shoulder blades are also very prominent. So, we have something in common. How fun is that? Um, Although actually, you know what? That might be could be a um could be a fun thing to like put on a shelf in the background of a YouTube set. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just fucking fill it with fan art. I don't know. The thing is, what I have to decide, the real question is how am I gonna it's also her background here. Or it's also her picture in the chat. Like it's just um uh the I mean you saw my back is in that video. Um you know, like, so if you've seen my most recent video, you know what my back looks. Yeah, let's see what my YouTube subscriber count looks like. Holy shit. Whoa. My um the my because my Daniel Sloss uh video, you know, does that. It made like $20 yesterday. Um but yeah, I no, it's no, the number of subscribers has actually stayed completely stable, but like I made like way more money yesterday than I usually do. Um just because someone got murdered. Don't love that. Don't feel great about that. Um yeah, I'll show you what my revenue typically looks like. I make about $2 to $4 a day on average. And then yesterday I made 15, or 2 days ago I made 15, and then yesterday I made 22 because of this fucking X thing. Um Actually, yeah, exactly. So I don't I don't feel great about that. This $14 was because 2 streams ago um someone gave me $20 in a live stream, and YouTube takes half of it, so I made like my typical $4 and then like an extra 10. So, yeah, if you were wondering how much money I make on YouTube, it is not a lot. I make like $4 a day, usually at most. So, um, this is not a. I'm not doing this for the money. Um, that sucks, Phil. Um, that's frustrating, especially because America at least established that uh, protests where people are wearing masks do not spread COVID. So, um, yeah, it's annoying. Good, they should. I would believe that Willow would go to one and then fucking pepper spray a cop or something. Who's Gabby talking about now? Who's beautiful? Clearly. I can't believe we're coming up on a. Oh, Quasi, that's who you're talking about. Yeah, that makes sense. Whatever, fam. Don't fucking judge me. I was looking at something else. Um, so, yes, I figured that I just like missed the stuff in between both of the things. Um, Phil said. Yeah, that's good. That's what all of you should be friends or whatever. One of these days I'll make a Discord, and then you can just talk all the time, and I'll feel good about the fact that I have done something valuable in my life, uh, which is forge the fiery bonds of friendship amongst people across the world. Friendships that will last long after I am dead, which ideally isn't soon, just so we're clear. Um, I mean, Kojo changed Rudy Giuliani's Wikipedia page. Um, do you sound whiny as hell? That's fun. I mean, uh, you don't like you don't like Friends, Julia? um, but yeah, oh, uh, okay, let's see if I can. Nailed it. Is it time for me to sing? Is that the part that we're at? I feel like that's the part that we're at. I'll sing a song and then we'll all head our separate ways. That's what I've learned, that men can't really have friendships. I have very few male friends. I have plenty of male acquaintances, but like I don't have a lot of friends in general. Um okay. Yeah, there's only 12 people here, so that's a good uh it's a good number of people to sing a song to. Right. Hmm. Two guys sitting in a hot tub 6 feet apart because they're not gay. It's one of my favorite TikToks. Like, frankly, if most of you like came up to me on Bleecker Street and whatever fam, God, so rude. Insulting my goddamn shuffling. Um, the but hello by the way. Yeah, no, I don't really have very many friends, but no, but frankly, if most of you people, maybe not this new rude person who's insulting my goddamn shuffling, um, showed up on Bleecker Street and were like, hey, I'm this person. Can I have a hug? I would probably say yes. I mean, after I'm vaccinated or you're vaccinated. Though I think it'll happen to me first. So yeah, that's the fun fact of the day. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I know what song we're going to sing together, the two of us being me and myself and I think Aaron is trying to get blocked. Like I think that's like some low key like goal of his, and I don't get why. The song is First World Tragedy by Jared Alonji. We'll see how I do. Let me tell you about all of my problems. They don't seem to go, and I can't fathom conditions that are worse than my own. It's not what I want. It's not what I asked for. Next time I speak up, you better get it to me faster. I want a world where I have full control. Mild inconveniences are killing me. It won't be long before they ruined my day. I'm getting no internet, don't wanna get out of bed. Drop my iPhone, now there's a crack in the screen. I'm a first world tragedy, it's not okay. My parents' credit card got taken away. There's nothing on Netflix that I haven't seen, and I can't reach the remote. It's too far away from me. Buffering slow in 720. That's not full HD. This isn't funny. Why can't my smart TV just do what it's told? My old inconveniences are killing me. This Warped Tour lineup is complete garbage. It wouldn't hurt to book some better bands. I'm getting no internet, don't wanna get out of bed. I dropped my iPhone, now there's a crack in the screen. I'm a first world tragedy, it's not okay. My parents' credit card got taken away. Got taken away. They took it away. It's getting way too hot. Ditch the jacket I just bought. Now I'm freezing my own balls off. My dark blue balls, it's getting way too hot. Ditch the jacket I just bought. Now I'm freezing my own balls off. My navy blue indigo ball. I know I'm a straight white male. That doesn't mean I'm not stuck in hell. America is the place to be. Unless you live near poverty. I got mud on my shoes. My brand new shoes. Mud on my shoes. My brand new shoes. Can't find my car keys. Where the hell are my car keys? Can't find my car keys. Where the hell are my car keys? Can't find my car keys. Where the hell are my car keys? Can't find my car keys. Where the hell are my car keys? Too many voices. Too many voices. Too many voices. Too many voices. Go. The Sunrise Skater Kids. I'm getting no internet. Don't wanna get out of bed. Drop my iPhone. Now there's a crack in the screen. I'm a first world tragedy. It's not okay. My parents' credit card got taken away. So yeah, there you go. That was my song for the evening. So Alex, you got here like 2.5 hours in. And that's the point where I sing a song and then leave. Phil, I've dropped the Bo Burnham bid for a while. The in and of itself review sort of got at a lot of the things that the Bo Burnham video was going to be about. Not like directly, like in a different way, but by and large, it was sort of the same. It was sort of going in a similar direction, and so there's no real reason for me to do that right now. It seems like a thing that I can do. I like Make Happy would be like a thing to do later. Like next time Bo Burnham makes something, I feel like I might. Yes, they did cover Moana. So the thing about Sunrise Skater Kids is they are one of Jared Alonji's like parody bands. But they're really fucking good. Like their debut album is really fucking good. And also all of his fake bands are really good. I was listening to Canadian Softball yesterday, which is his like emo one. I genuinely love Amidst the Graves Demons, which is his metalcore one. He has a deathcore one. He has one that specifically just makes fun of Attila. Jared Alonji is fucking great. And they actually did the singer for Sunrise Skater Kids left, and I considered like auditioning to replace him. I did not actually do that. It's been way too long since I've like sung consistently. But yeah. Moana's great. Like there's nothing to hate about Moana. But yeah. So that was so that was my song for the day, for the stream. So I think now that I've done that, it is probably time for us to go. Oh, Alex, I'll show you my bridge in the air. It's not great, but it works. See, like, you know, it's not perfect, but like it was what I was trying to do that entire fucking video. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I can't do it on a table. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, oh, Gabby, what are you looking at this time? Alex said he'd teach me. Alex is a magician. He's good. He's good as fuck about this. The one thing. So here's the thing: is like I conceptually like understand a lot of card tricks in the sense that, like, you know, if someone goes like this or whatever. I mean, the first time Gabby came in, she told me she didn't know who I was and didn't understand why I was there, and I'm gonna remember that until the day I fucking die. You know, and I bring this up almost every single stream. If they are, I imagine most of my video was a turnoff, a serious turnoff, because it was me failing at a card trick the whole time. But like for real, I totally just like do not understand. LMAO. I think that's a, you know what, I think that's the right note to end on. Deception. Deception. Hot. Okay, folks. Yeah. Take care. As I said, I have one more video coming before I move, and that will be the Snyder Cut. My goal is to get that up basically a week from today. I'm going to see it Thursday night, try to, you know, bang that out Friday. You know, there probably won't be any like editing whatsoever, just me talking, hating or whatever. And then and then I move. And I'll do a live stream after I've moved. And then I will, you know, I'll be back to doing videos. You know, hopefully I can try to get some kind of. Oh, right, you're the one into fish. Such a weirdo. But we like you here, Gabby. I'm glad that you figured out why you were here. Appreciate it. So yeah. Okay. Take care, folks. We'll see you in the next one.